Hey, Shawn. Hey, Pablo. How are you tonight?
Hey guys, thank you for having me. How you doing?
Thank you for coming. It's the inaugural or the kickoff of the Horse Center, and then I ended it before it even started. I don't know if you caught that little error there with the
Not
with the
really. I'm a little
slides.
lost too. So,
Fun stuff. To good way to get started. So we brought Pablo on because Pablo has been making big news lately. He's been killing it at Tampa Bay Downs. He won five in a row, won five races for the second Saturday in a row. So right now you're the biggest sports star in Tampa. Forget Tom Brady. Tell us about tell us a little bit about those last two Saturdays. What went right?
obviously, a lot of things went right. A lot of things have to happen. Five is very difficult to win, obviously, but I mean, just had good mounts, had um, good trips, and it worked out perfectly. And I'm glad that it put me for a little bit in the spotlight, hopefully to get some more extra business and some more momentum. I've never been leading jockey here in Tampa, and especially at this point in the season where we're already quite a few weeks or months into it. So to be in the leading spot gives me some hope to maybe get my first title here.
You're well on your way. I think you have 26 wins and 99 races so far, right?
Yes, I mean, doing really well. I'm really happy and really thankful for the support that I'm getting, and just gotta hopefully stay safe, healthy, and keep it going.
Yeah, healthy is a big part of it. What's happening, Shawn?
Yeah, what's up, Pablo? Have you ever been on a streak like this? I think between Saturday and Sunday, out of 10 races, you won 7 of them. Have you ever in your career ever been on
Yeah,
a tear
I
like this?
actually in Prescott I actually won five, and then the next day I won five again, and they only have 8 races a day over there, so that was pretty big.
So you've won the jockey title, what, 7 times in 2 years in a row at Presque Isle, right?
Yes, I won it 7 times, yeah, and the last
hmm
couple.
So let me ask you this question. Now, this is going to probably be the hardest question you ever got in your life.
Hmm.
Erie, Pennsylvania, or Tampa?
I like them both. I love them both, really. I mean, obviously Tampa's home and it's beautiful. But Erie is a great spot to spend the summer. We like it. We have friends over there, and we pretty much go with my agent, which is my friend, and my wife and my kids go with me. So we make it home for the summer too, and it sure helps to have a lot of business and get a lot of wins and being leading jockey. So it makes me love the place even more. But yeah, I love Tampa. I mean, the weather is can beat it for the winter, and this is where my house is. So we like it in both places. So I'm really thankful that I'm doing good in both of them. Don't have to
Mm.
look for nowhere else to go for now.
I mean, you don't want to maybe run at the like the Belmonts or the Churchills or the Santa Anitas. That doesn't cross your mind?
I was in New York last winter. I rode in New York quite a bit. It's tough, obviously. Everybody wants to be there. Everybody would love to get the opportunity to go there, and I'm not close to anything, obviously. But you have to have the right agent. You have to ride for the not the right agent because my agent can pretty much make it anywhere. But I'm talking about saying like New York. You have to have somebody local there that has a connection with those people over there. I don't know exactly about how California is, but at least I know how New York is. And it gets tough. You have to ride for the top trainers, and obviously top jockeys over there are riding for them over there. So I think we have worked our way into this circuit, and it's been working out great, and no complaints.
Speaking of family, too, I was supposed to ask you about your big dog, which I see you had a big dog and you have a puppy as well that you're trying to train.
Yeah. He's around Chester and Oliver. Yeah, I wasn't too happy about Oliver at first. It was kind of like a surprise my wife got, but I like him now. He's being a
Uh,
good boy, so it's been going well.
Well, that's
they're
another thing too. A lot of people don't think jockeys love animals. How when they get put down, yada yada yada. But that's one thing that you really got to get out in the public. How much jockeys and people around horses every day are animal lovers, and especially horse lovers.
Oh, for sure, for sure. I mean, they're the stars of the show. We owe them everything we got. I try not to get too attached to horses and because obviously it's my job and I have to look at it as a business. But of course, I love them. I love every time I see a horse that I've won on, I pet them and of course, like I said, all of us are thankful because without them we wouldn't be here.
quick question for you. Tampa Bay, I've heard from a lot of people. They find it to be one of the most difficult tracks to handicap because it just seems like horses can win anywhere on the track, any odds, morning line odds. Seems to be there's a lot of bombs there. What are some of the clues horse players can look at as a horse that might like to run at Tampa? And one weird thing I noticed is that it seems like horses that go from Tampa to Monmouth and from Monmouth to Tampa seem to have success at both tracks. Is that because the surface is sandy? Tell us a little bit about why that might be.
Well, that I've always heard the exact same thing. Horses from Tampa get out of here and they just win like right off the back anywhere else because this surface is very sandy, beach-like surface, and horses just get out of here dead fit, like ready to go. And that's why also when they come back, a lot of them struggle. A lot of them need a race before they even perform to their best because it's definitely a tiring surface. And with the handicapping wise, I'm not a gambler or anything like that, but I can tell you that it is definitely a little confusing sometimes, especially when the grass. Yeah, I ride it like I would ride anywhere else, but on the dirt, I have to ride it completely different. Sometimes the inside here is extremely deep, and it seems like while you are thought your whole life to save ground is the most important thing, which in theory it is. Over here, it seems like the way to go is on the outside, and especially in the dirt, and doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. Because the what do you call it? The stretch is so short that you think cut the corner because you gotta be right there. But for some reason, horses seem to be running better on the outside. So I mean, that's all I can think of. Majority of races, you could be saving ground or return, but when it's really time to finish, I think the outside is the place to be.
So that's a big help right there for handicappers, right, Shawn? Because like you said, most of the time we're looking for horses that want to save ground too, cut it to the inside. So horses to the outside is a fantastic way to go. Now, a quick question for you. Your agent, he labeled you the baby-faced sharpshooter in sheep's clothing.
That wasn't meant to be.
Are you going to trademark
out.
That and get some merchandise?
No, she actually called me. It's like, man, I was just joking. I was like talking to the guy and I said that, and he like pretty much like put it in as a title of that thing on Twitter. So it's a little embarrassing, but it's okay. I thought it was funny.
Yeah, I think you should merch that. You can put your picture on there, and you can have yourself there, a baby face sharpshooter, and on the back put yourself in a wolf clothing. I think you could sell a lot of those. Right? Can you hear us okay? Press the mute button on accident. All right. Any final thoughts, Shawn, before we let Pablo get up and out of here?
No, I was just going to ask him if he'd rather a speed horse or a closer. I still think, and some jockeys, change, but I still think it's got to feel like $1 million to be a closer and just nail him at the wire, and we lost him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you could see that was coming, but we do appreciate, Pablo, that you come on the show today. Hopefully, everybody will follow Pablo. I think his Twitter handle is Pablo Morales 88. Is that right, Shawn?
I believe so.
.com. Oh, he's back. All right. Sorry, but
so
we lost you for
sorry.
a second there. So
Yeah,
Shawn was asking if you prefer to ride a closer or a speed horse.
Or it doesn't matter.
It doesn't really matter to me, The benefit of riding a stalker or closer, it has its ups and downs. If you are going to closer and the race is set with no speed, you're in trouble. If you're a speed horse and there's a ton of speed in the race, you're also in trouble. So I don't like to think about it. Yes, there is times where horses need a particular trip, but I like to ride it as it comes.
Mm-hmm. So if folks want to follow you online, Twitter, social media, Facebook, how can they do that?
Just type my name, I think. I do social media and everything, but I'm not I don't have a media person or anything like that. I do my own stunts.
Well, you should ask Shawn. Shawn's pretty good at it.
I'll get it for you. It's at Pablo Jockey 88. And you do have to be careful because I believe there is another Pablo Morales, and he's a horse racing fan too, but he's not a jockey.
Yes, he doesn't have a picture of himself, but yeah, I seen that he comments quite a bit on my post. He has a good name.
He's no babyface sharpshooter though.
We don't know what he looks like.
That's for sure. All right, Pablo, we do appreciate you coming. We look forward. I'm telling you, I read that Tampa had a contest, a handicapping contest over the weekend, and somebody won $23,000, and they bet mostly on you. So I feel like you should get in contact with them on Twitter and say, hey,
These
I
are
won
my
5 of those races for you. It's time to pay a little commission.
percentage for sure.
Absolutely.
No,
Yeah, I know.
I'm glad he won because that means that I won. So I'll take it.
I know if you're playing Tampa Bay Saturday, play Pablo Morales again. Another 5 coming, right?
At least 5 times.
I hope so. I hope so. I mean, I trust me. It's extremely difficult, and I'm very thankful. But we're working on keeping the ball rolling because it's a very competitive meet, and Tampa's again. I've been coming here for a long time, and I had never been leading jockey, so I'm very excited for what's happening, and I'm really excited to continue the winnings coming.
How much longer do you have left in the meet?
I'm sorry?
How much longer do you have left in the meet?
It usually ends the weekend of Kentucky Derby.
So first weekend of May. Well, I got some good news for you. Normally, the jockeys that come on this show have some good luck right afterwards. It's not like we can give you any more good luck because you won 5 and 8 of 10 races. But
you can always get some more.
This Saturday, you're going 8 for 8, but you're going to get that jockey title. We look forward to it, and when you get it, we hope you'll come back and we'll get you a nice WWE belt.
Oh, that would be awesome. I cannot wait.
Thanks for joining, Pablo. Have a fantastic evening.
Thank you so much for having me. Take care, guys.
Good luck the rest of the year and good luck in 2022.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Bye.
There you go, Shawn. I'm a little bit bigger than you. There we go. A little bit putting all that together. That was a very nice interview. Very charismatic smile there, no?
Absolutely. I mean, almost every jockey we've had on has been that. And I think that's some of the purpose of the show and some of the things that we need to do more in horse racing is get to know these guys and see that. I mean, horse racing has a bad image, and it shouldn't be.
I don't think it has a bad image, Shawn. I don't think that that's accurate, Shawn. I think it has a bad image with some people.
Correct.
And for some of those people, no matter what you do, horse racing is going to have a bad image, right? There's some people that you can't please no matter what you do.
100%.
I think if the people who actually know the industry understand, like any business, right? There's positives and negatives, right? I mean, in any business that you're in. So the people who are familiar with the business, I think they understand the positives and the negatives. Some people, they're all advocate all the time and they ignore the negatives. And there are some people that no matter what you do, like I said, they look at the negatives only.
And one of the biggest positives, I mean, this guy's as hot as anybody right now, and a jockey asked him to come on the show, and he's nothing but thankful to come on. So absolutely awesome. We got a lot of good people in the sport.
Yeah, now if we can only get Tom Brady to come on the show, we've only asked him a few times. We did have one time we did have a Tom Brady comment though, Shawn, but there was no picture like the other Pablo Morales, so maybe it was the real Tom Brady. Hey, if you're interested in getting into horse racing, you have a family member, you yourself, there's a program called Amplify, which you can find at amplifyhorseracing.org. They have a mentorship program. It's launched in 2021. And it puts youths interested in pursuing a career, it's the wrong button, with mentors over at, I got to press the right button here, Shawn. So all you need to do is go to amplifyhorseracing.org and then look up at the membership. And it's open to anybody, really, it looks like to me. But what you got to do is fill out an application. There's absolutely no cost. I think you go through an interview, and then you get to go through this program for 3 months, where you become an opportunity to get involved in the horse racing industry. Shawn, I hope your boss is not watching, but I know you've said that you've been trying to mate. No, I'm just kidding. What do you think about joining the mentorship program?
Hey, I think it's awesome. And if I was in a different spot in my life, I would absolutely do it. I think it's one of those, it's good for the sport. It's something the sport needs more. And I think if you're interested in getting in sport, this is something to join, because I think once you get in the business, I mean, we just started, and once you get talking to these guys and these people, I think you can go anywhere you want to go. If you work hard, you're nice to these people, I think you can go anywhere. So if you're young and you're looking for something like this is perfect.
Yeah, just to get if you're interested in getting into horse racing business, you want to be mentored. You don't have a lot of money, right? People don't have a whole lot of money. All you have to do to be eligible is, there is no cost. To be eligible, looks like you just have to be 18 to 25 years old. They do prioritize applicants with little to no industry work. The timeline just opened up on January 7th through August the 12th. The link will be on this at horseracingtoday.net, where we recap tonight's first show for Horse Racing Horse Center. So that should be, if it's something you're interested in, make sure you go out and take care of that, right? Shawn won't give up his chicken wings to make weight. Yes, I can see that. Not literally, just figuratively, of course.
Yeah,
You're on the other side too, and you want to be a mentor. There's also a mentor program, so you can be in the industry if you're a trainer, or a jockey, or an owner, or somebody in the business, and you want to train, you want to help kids out, or people who are interested in getting into the business. Here's an opportunity to do it. So again, Amplify horseracing.org. Make sure you check that out. Again, links will be available on horseracingtoday.net in just a moment. Shawn, I don't know if you saw this, but as crazy as crazy in the good sense of crazy as Pablo had on Saturday, did you get a chance to catch like those payouts yesterday at Oaklawn Park?
Yeah, I saw you send me the link. I looked at them. Absolutely crazy. I mean, Oaklawn usually is a good, 12-horse field. You get the prices, but I mean, $80, $90 horses winning at a regularity is not normal anywhere. Mm-hmm. And actually surprising, usually when you get those prices at Oaklawn, you get like a Kelsey Har or something like that winning, and she wasn't one of them, but prices all over the place.
Yeah, I can't believe I missed this one, Shawn. Over at Equibase, you could see the payouts here. In race number 3, look at the name of that horse. The 7 horse. Everybody's lucky number, and the horse's name is Richness.
Oh, there you go. You would have definitely played it too.
I didn't play him. Actually, over at Guaranteed Tip Sheet, we had him as our first alternative. So you had an $88 winner, and that was backed up by a $39 winner, the one horse, Catatina. That was followed up by a $182 winner, and Ojitos. That's insane, $182 winner. And then it kind of settled down, $9.60. So that's a pretty even one. So if you stuck around long enough, then you got a $3 winner. And then in race number 8, they came back with $37.60 winner, Shawn. I mean, these are just some really nice pay outside on top. Race number 9, Shawn, closed out the day. And if you stayed around long enough at guaranteedtipsheet.com, the 10 horse was our 4th pick. It was a morning line favorite at 30 to 1 odds. And the top 4 horses that we had made up the exacta, trifecta, and superfecta. An amazing number. If you look at that pick 5, Shawn paid $151,405.55.
Yeah, absolutely crazy. Ones I never hit, I can tell you that. Still looking to get one of those.
Yeah, aren't we all? It's like a fish that gets away. So that trifecta that we had with our top 4 picks, if you boxed them, 50 cents, $530 and a dime. I'll take that all day long, any day, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And as crazy as that day was, Shawn, I think that's crazy in terms of payouts. Just, I mean, you're head scratching because all that money is going off the table. Somebody has them, otherwise the payouts would be zero. But probably the craziest ride of all, Shawn, is this jumper at a cross-country race at Pau, which I think might be in France. I'm not 100% sure. But this is a ride. This is a cross-country race. He finished 2nd after losing his saddle and his stirrup, Shawn. And this race, it was no like 6 furlong race or anything along those lines. This race was like a 3-mile race.
And it had jumps too, right?
Yeah, jumps.
Yeah, that the jumping, I don't know how you stay on and do all that, but wow.
Yeah, he said the jumps come fast, he said. And you don't have you're not connected to the horse in any way, shape, or form. I mean, to me, that is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I think I'd be jumping off before the jump.
Yeah, I'd probably be jumping off before the jump as well. So yeah, you could check that story out and read it. I mean, that's a really incredible read that a jockey at the cross-country course at Paul stays on the horse for, I don't know, probably a couple minutes jumping over things and not having any means by which to stay connected to the horse. So to me, that's an incredible story.
And the horse stayed up for 2nd, right? Because Pablo was kind of questioning that. But
he said what Pablo told us was that here, and I don't know that that's the case because I didn't see that he was disqualified, but Pablo told us before the show that the horse would be DQ'd if you lost your saddle or you lost some of the lead because you're no longer at the proper weight.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I didn't read anything along those lines.
Yeah,
that he
just
got canned at all.
so I guess it was good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's unbelievable, Shawn. Well, that wraps up our first day of Horse Center, Shawn. That's a pretty good show to get started with Pablo on there. Some great funny news with that horse that with no saddle. Some good news for people who want to get interested into the business. And then again, some great payouts that we had. Any final thoughts that you have before we kick up and out of here tonight?
No, I think people should just, we'll keep you for 20 minutes, half hour, 8 to 8:30, Monday to Wednesday. And I think it's going to be a great show. And we're going to learn a lot of things. We're going to have a lot of exciting guests on and promote the positivity of the sport.
And for sure. And this Thursday night, we're going to have as our guest on the Players Edge podcast, Chantel Sutherland. So that should be a pretty fun show. She's got a good following. So hopefully we can have some good questions. I think we're going to cover Gulfstream Park. Is that right?
It was supposed to be Gulfstream, but she put on Twitter today that she will be at Tampa Bay. So we'll have to switch that to cover Tampa Bay.
All right. So we'll cover Tampa Bay on Saturday because she'll be there. So we'll just pick between her and Pablo. That's it, right? Chantel in one race, Pablo in the other. We'll alternate back and forth between them.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, should win at least half of them going that way.
We could win a wall like that, Shawn, not half. Right? If they alternate for sure. Thank you, Terry. Thanks for watching.
If we can win 5 every race car, would be good too.
Well, Terry and I hit a lot today over at Fairgrounds. I think the first 3 races, my top pick won, and I had a lot of other top pick ones. I know Terry had a lot of winners in there too. So we had a lot of nice exactas and trifectas today at Fairgrounds. Tomorrow, Terry and I will be back in the morning, but we're going to be a little bit early. We're going to try to get started at 12 o'clock Eastern, because we're going to be doing Parks tomorrow, and that first race goes off, I think, at 12:10, 12:05, 12:10, somewhere in there. So we're going to have to be ready by hook or by crook, scratches and no scratches, because that's what always sends us into like a mad scramble at the end. Is we're 15 minutes to press and go live on StreamYard, and then a slew of scratches come in, and Terry and I are scrambling to get our picks to reflect what is actually running at that moment.
Yeah, I mean, the good thing is I don't think the weather will be an issue, but it's going to be – hopefully they don't cancel neither. It's supposed to be like record-breaking cold tonight and tomorrow, so hopefully they don't cancel neither.
Well, if they cancel, then we'll have to just completely really make it up on the fly, Shawn.
You guys were on that streak for a while.
Nice. Well, we were raining tracks out, absolutely. Then on Wednesday, and I know, Terry, I got to get this information off to you, but on Wednesday, Terry and I will be doing Gulfstream Park. On Thursday, we'll be doing Aqueduct. And then again, Thursday night, Chantel will be with us. Tomorrow night, Shawn and I will be back again, 8 p.m. Eastern, to talk about the news of the day, maybe some really nice winning picks throughout the day, and anything else interesting we can find to talk about. Any final thoughts before we get up and out of here, Shawn? This Thursday is Monday night.
Monday night, yeah. Nothing, just Facebook, Twitter, Horse Racing Today, the number 2. Subscribe here on YouTube.
See it on the scroll right down there. Yep.
And that's it. See you tomorrow night.
See you tomorrow night. Everybody have a fantastic Monday night. Shawn, who did you take? Alabama or Georgia?
I think Georgia.
Did you take him or you didn't take him? I didn't ask you, what do you think?
I didn't take him, but I didn't take him. I'm not betting on the game, but I would bet Georgia.
I got a bonus over at DraftKings. Georgia -2.5 plus 100. I went ahead and took that, and hopefully they come through for me.
Oh, you usually don't like taking those. That's the sucker bet.
And that is the sucker's bet. But we'll be back tomorrow with some good bets, Terry and I, for Parks, if it doesn't get frozen out. Until then, until tomorrow, as always, folks, we hope every single one of your picks in this evening ends up in the winner circle. Shawn, you're supposed to finish that, Shawn. Winner circle.
That's Terry. Terry was supposed to come in. Winner circle.
All right. See you tomorrow.